Hey everybody, it's Eduardo here with your DraftStream final results and talent pool preview. Well, we have some familiar faces atop the leaderboard once again. The reign of the Jacksons is over. Welcome back to the top. Gamble 24x7, G24, the homie who swept both top spots this week for a whopping $50. He also got very close to doing a full money sweep for the extra $10 lowball bonus. Almost there, G24. So let's take a look at what made his call sheet so good once more. Oh, and also the perfect call sheet looks something like this. Fairly balanced. 1, 2, 3, 4 titles on the perfect call sheet. You have an optimal stack of baby, headliner stacks of all in, criminal, and departure. So where did Gamble 24 diverge? Well, he went for the optimal stack of all in, some exposure to baby, a nice headliner stack from Pen 15, which in the end, while the highest scoring title on our slate, just did not provide sufficient enough value in order to qualify for the perfect call sheet. We grabbed them points along with a headliner stack of residue for some really good value. And what was his second sheet like? Oh, they look the same. Oh, okay. He swapped out the bottom. Oh, we are who we are. He dropped one Pen 15 actor by Maya by Maya Erskine, dropped one of those headliners, and went with a headliner stack of baby and a headliner stack of alone. Okay. So what about the runners up? Ring balls, you almost got there, my friend. What did you need? So you also one of the smart things he did was he dropped one of the Pen 15 headliners for extra cash. And he spent it on the Devil All the Time, which did okay, but really just kind of, I mean, it started out kind of hot, but then just kind of stayed where it was. You know, I mean, 133 on 9.4K is really good value, but he needed a little bit more movement in order to close the gap. And Wheels, sadly, no one saw this movie. It was just the IMDb folk out there who saw Wheels. Otherwise, if it had any kind of other scores that weren't default scores, he might have stood a chance. Jaybird, what's going on? It's been a minute since you outright won, Jaybird. Anyways, he came in fourth, just a couple, actually a point and a half behind Ring Balls. Point and a half behind him. And Jaybird had a 3-pack of all in, exposure to baby, headliner stack for departure, and headliner stack from Devil All the Time, and a headliner and a co-star from We Are Who We Are. Jack Dylan Grazer as that really weirdo kid at the center of it all. All right. How did the draft mom do? Well, alas, she failed in her bid for 2 consecutive weeks in the top 5. She came in 6th, about 30-something points behind her boy. And here's what it looked like. So she also needed help from the Devil All the Time. The headliner stack from We Are Who We Are. I mean, solid choice. It actually looks like it stalled out. I thought it would probably hit about 110 when I made these salaries up, but it looks like it only went but so far. And then I like the exposure to baby, you know. So keep doing what you're doing, Mom. I mean, this was a tough week. We had a lot of people bunched up within 20 points to each other. So the top 5 within 20 points to each other. So, you know, just keep plugging away. Every week, you actually now have an opportunity to win. I'm always rooting for you, Mom, but now I am very excited by your burgeoning DraftStream call sheet construction talent. And my call sheet, I went all in on All In. I went to All In on All In because that movie kind of lost its steam throughout the weekend, as I mentioned in a previous podcast. It's all right. It's definitely informative in the back half, where it really focuses on the recent gutting of the Voting Rights Act and some of the shenanigans going on in some of these states with voter registration and the polls and the voter rolls and stuff like that. But yeah, it was just okay. I think I gave it a 6 on IMDb. So, and then my exposures here are fine, except by doing a headliner stack with Pen 15, I just cost myself so much money. I couldn't really afford to get in on much else. But honestly, I was so convinced about All In that you couldn't tell me nothing. I actually had cash to spare. So, I don't know. Well, yeah. And the perfect call sheet, it returns to 8-1-1 form again. 8 headliners, 1 co-star, 1 day player. So we'll see if we'll mix it up this coming week. And I'm sorry, before we turn the page, let's address the low ball. This is the perfect low ball call sheet. A underwhelming 755.72. And for that, you'd have a 3-pack of day players, a 3-pack of cats and dogs, and a 4-pack of the last word. A little 4-stack there. So, how close? So, Ringball's got within about 40 points of it. What did he do? Oh, he had Lost Girls and Love Hotels. Okay. I mean, it didn't really set the world on fire, but it was sufficiently low. He had exposure to the last word. He had some Red Shoes and 7 Dwarfs. This is interesting. He doesn't have almost anything from the perfect call sheet, but yet he still got pretty low. And then some exposure to Antebellum, which it turns out you really needed. Let's see. Yeah, very, very off the board construction, but it got him there. It definitely got him there. So congratulations, Ring Balls. You are now. I see you took the challenge last week personally. You are now regained Master of the Low status. You're Master of your low domain. Congratulations. We'll be sending $10 your way shortly. All right, so let's move on. New week, new talent pool, new game, and we are blowing this out. So we're in the home stretch now. Sometimes it can be hard to keep a game fresh and exciting. I understand. We've been spreadsheeting for 5 months now. If you're sick of it, trust me, I'm sick of it too. So to incentivize you all for our upcoming transition to the web app, and once again, I'm not giving any dates. We are hard at work getting this together. It is coming sooner than later. I am bumping the prize pool. We're going to a $100 total prize pool. $50 to first, $25 to second, $10 to third, with a $15 low ball bonus. Now, you're saying, Eduardo, why does the low ball cost more than third place? Well, I want to give you all some decisions to make. I mean, should I aim for the low or should I aim for the high? We tend to have the same people going for the low every week, and that's fine. They're good at it. I enjoy doing the low ball, and this is definitely a gaming strategy that is pretty unique to the DFS space. I enjoy having concurrent strategies going on in one game. Going low or going high, the choice is yours. But I want to see a few more people participate for the low. You get 3 call sheets. Might as well use them, y'all. So I'll be interested to see if we have any more participation for the low ball, seeing how the low ball actually rewards more than third place. And we're awarding a third place. We haven't done that in a while. Yeah, so we're giving out, 50 to first, 25 to second, $10 to third. So the top 3 non-Cinema Draft affiliated call sheets will win the monies. All right, so 25, and we have 25 new titles this week, and I can just hear the draft mom groaning. 25, so much more work, and yes, that's kind of the point. Now, the thing is that while we have really perfected our layers of game mechanics around for this game and some of the game theory that goes into this over these past, 20-something weeks now? Yeah, past 22 weeks, I think. 23 weeks. It's... When we expand, when we go to the web app, when we invite the larger world in, when we see the player pools go from 20 to 200 to 2,000 to 20,000 to 200,000, we're going to have more titles. I'm thinking somewhere about 30 titles each week might be the sweet spot. So 25 titles is really just preparing you for what's to come. And for this increased complexity, we've offered increased rewards. So if you're really gunning for that money this week, gunning for the challenge of winning the DraftStream game, you're going to have to embrace 25 titles. So adjust your strategies accordingly. And in these, we've got one of their hits yet. Tehran, coming from Apple TV, aka the Quality Factory. Tehran looks very interesting. Foreign-based, a Mossad agent embarks on her first mission as a computer hacker in her hometown of Tehran. So you've got a Mossad agent working out of a largely Muslim country. Interesting. And I've seen some of the commercials for this, so I'm in. I think I'm in. This looks like, and once again, Apple TV Plus, home for quality. I like spy shit. So I'm in on this. What else? Misbehavior. Where got my girl Gugu Mbatha Raw, Keira Knightley, Jessie Buckley. I love this cast. And I think this is Disney Plus as well. So I'm like, what is this about? A group of women hatch a plan to disrupt the 1970 Miss World Beauty competition in London. Okay. Sounds kind of goofy. Might be worth half an hour. We also have the return of Fox's animation domination or animation station or whatever. They're animated Sundays. We've got the 2nd season of Bless the Hearts, the 11th season of Bob's Burgers, the 19th season of Family Guy, and it's got to be record-breaking 32nd season of The Simpsons. So those scores are pretty much going to be baked in. You know what you can get with that. And so now choice is going to come to you this week, whether to embrace the high salary and go with what you know, or try to go a little bit off the board and take a gamble on some undervalued actors and titles in the talent pool. So what do I mean by that? Well, our most expensive title this week actually is Fargo. Fargo's numbers are ridiculous. It's in its 4th season. It's had an even extended hiatus, so the pent-up demand to watch the show is high. I'm looking forward to it. Comes out on Sunday night, bit of a prestige night for FX. They usually drop their stuff during the week, and it's got a star-studded cast: Chris Rock, Timothy Olyphant. No, I don't think Billy Bob Thornton's in this one. That was the original, first season. Ben Whishaw, Jason Schwartzman, Glenn Turman. So it's got some names of people you know and love. They're always really well done. And in this season of the anthology, the head of an African-American crime syndicate goes to war with the Italian mafia in Kansas City, Missouri during the 1950s. I am in. All the way in. Up over my head in. All right? So I set that one at 20,000 each for Chris Rock and Timothy Olyphant. If you do your research, you're basically starting off with a free 116 points, and it can only go up from there. So we'll just have to see if there's enough value out there to offset putting a fifth of your budget into one actor, or 40% if you put into two. Oh my goodness, if you did two, that'd be 8 spots left for 60K. That gets dicey. 7,500 per slot. I don't know. That'd be bold. All right. What else is interesting? So that's up there. 20,000, our highest salaried title of the week. As you see here, Misbehavior was 10K. Love at Look Lounge. Oh God, say that 10 times fast. Love at Look Lounge, our obligatory Hallmark or Lifetime movie this week. I am actually getting a little more wise to how they score these things. Although all it takes is one IMDb rating for it to score in the 70s. So keep that in mind if you're looking for a reliable punt to fill out the rest of your call sheet. What else is of interest? Sneakerheads, interesting. Shout out to Alan Maldonado, friend of my Pasadena fam. Oh, and speaking of, congrats to Nicole Ward, the official therapist of the pod, who recently had her nuptials on Saturday. I was part of a Zoom wedding. Love was in the stream, in the live stream. So congrats to her, the official therapist of the pod. Moving out to Virginia to be with her. Man, good shit. So yeah, so Alan Maldonado, part of the Pasadena crew. He's in Sneakerheads. That, when it comes to comedy and Netflix, it's a little bit all over the map. 8,000 felt about right for these two as a starting point. Oh, and Tehran, it's priced up, baby. The word's out on Apple. And there are already some early reviews. Maybe it was aired somewhere else in another part of the world. So the word's already out. You have to pay up for Tehran. It might be the pivot you need off of Fargo if you want to get near Fargo-like scores, but not at Fargo-like prices. A little bit disappointed the Comey rule. In setting this up, the early reviews are not sounding good, but it doesn't matter. I'm watching regardless. I'm a politics junkie. This is what I do. But it has been priced somewhat down. I think once audiences are able to get a hold of it, it might do better than we think. And anything else of interest? Utopia has got some buzz, but little data ahead of time, so it's at 12,400 for John Cusack, 12,300 for Rainn Wilson. And Enola Holmes. So, very little info on this at the time of salary making, but I will say this. That trailer is incredible. Millie Bobby Brown is just, she is just quite a talented performer. I love that trailer. That trailer was everything. I'm in. It looks like 4-quadrant entertainment. Look at this thing. Look at this one sheet. Helena Bonham Carter ready to jujitsu somebody or whatever. Henry Cavill with the wild hair as her older brother Sherlock. She plays Enola Holmes, a fictional? I guess all fiction. Sherlock Holmes' younger sister. Sam Claflin with a ridiculous mustache and top hat. I'm with it. A black person, even better. Yeah, let's watch this. I'm down. Mystery runs in the family. What more do you need? What more do you need? So that's coming out on Wednesday. So I guess technically Tuesday night, tomorrow night. So if I'm up late, I might just watch that bad boy. I'm very excited about Enola Holmes. So, but also, take that with a grain of salt, because I'm excited about Enola Holmes and priced it up at 17,300. That might just be a flaw in the algorithm. Me. I might be the error in this. I might have priced it up too high. It might not clear the 115 plus necessary day player score and beyond to make this a viable pick for your call sheet. So I don't know. Buyer beware. But this looks great. I'm very excited about it. And actually, by the time it's time to turn in your call sheets, you will have had almost 2 full days of data that have leaked out on the board, on the ratings boards and on Google and what have you, to let you know how it's performing. So we'll see before it's even time to submit. We'll see. All right, and I think that's all I really want to cover. Like I said, it's 25 titles. Don't let the size scare you. Don't do it. It's okay. We've been playing this for a while. We've developed our systems, our strategies. The Draft Mom is consistently in the top 7 now each week, and if she can over time develop such a keen, well-oiled strategy or process for her picks to the point where she's no longer cellar dwelling like she used to in a non-lowball gunning fashion, then hell, I think we can handle 25 titles, y'all. I think it's our duty. I think it's our honor, our privilege to be able to learn at this game ahead of the masses and the crowds. When we have prize pools that are worth tens to hundreds to thousands, maybe even $1 million prize pool someday, we will have that leg up because we started here dealing with a 25 title talent pool. Thanks everybody for playing. Thanks everybody for watching. Your call sheets are due 6 p.m. Pacific time, Thursday night. 3 max call sheets, please. Go highball or lowball. $100 total prize pool this week. And from here on out, you all deserve it. Congrats to the winners, and good luck. I'll see y'all here on Thursday.